Okay, so here we are going to see how does the cluster serves the purpose of high availability. Like if there are two nodes participated in the cluster, how does it ensure that one of the nodes, when goes down or for any reason goes offline, how does the other node takes over the services and keeps the SQL Server state alive? So yeah, you can just go and see that here. I have four virtual machines connected in my laptop here. Created my laptop. This is the domain controller, nothing. Oh, sorry, this is the domain controller, nothing to with this. This is just the administrative domain. I have connected these three nodes to this domain, but I have only configured failover cluster between these two nodes, dev n1 and dev n2. I'll just go and show you all this right here. So you can see here, this is the failover cluster manager. uh, you can see the status of the cluster here. The name of the cluster is dev cluster, and it is showing you like we have two clustered roles and two nodes participating in this cluster. You can see the roles, the MSTTC service and the SQL Server service. Both are currently hosted by dev n1. This is the virtual server name, SQL Server name, and these are the supportive. This is the data disk, and this is the log disk, and these are the dependency SQL Server agent. So all are currently hosted by n1, and you can see both the nodes are up here right now, and in the same is the case for all the disks, all hosted by the n1. This is the data disk, log disk, this quorum, the heart of cluster, and these are not configured yet for any use. So these are the networks, the private and the public network. The private serving the purpose of heartbeat connection between the nodes, and the other one for the communication to the outside network for the third parties, for the application string connecting from other sources. So you can see our cluster is very healthy. There are no errors, no failures, no warnings. So but that's a very good configuration. You can see the state of the cluster. You can manage the cluster from the other node as well. You can see from here as well the same thing, because both of these are participating in the cluster. So you'll just probably see the same thing from the other node, dev n2. You can see both the services running by n1 at this time. Both the nodes are up. All the storage disks are hosted by n1 at this time. So we can go and try to failover, or first of all, let me show you how to connect to the SQL Server. Actually, the name of the server is dev n1. It's not Ashok, but the virtual name of the SQL services here is Ashok. So we have to make sure we give the virtual name and not the name of the server. So let's try to connect. So we should give the virtual name here and see. Okay, see, so you see that it's connected, right? So yep, this is what I wanted to show you. Now let's go and try to do the failover. Let's go and try to do the manual failover actually to n2 both the services. It's pretty fast because it has not a lot of dependencies, just depending on the IP address. So it would not take that long, but this is dependent on the virtual name, the virtual IP address, the servers, the data file, log file disks, right? And yes, the SQL Server and the agent as well. Now you can see they have all failed to n2. The disk should also be failed to n2. You can see here both the nodes are still up. These two disks are already failed up to n2, and it's not necessary to fail these as well. Anyway, we can fail that as well. Select node, because this is not the dependency right now. So anyway, so currently they are now hosted by now n2. Now what happens if for any reason n2 goes down? You can see here as well all of the roles are currently now hosted by N2. The other node is N2. Now for, let's say for any reason N2 goes down, we can go and restart uh, uh, this server. So we can see this in the demo here. Okay, let's go power restart guest restart. Now come to the N1 and see. Currently it's hosted by N2, right? So how does it get affected? Okay, see, so you can see now, right? N1 is starting to host the server now and making sure you don't have any timed out, or like the application doesn't get no connection message. So you can see now the services are back online. So how fast it is, it actually depends on the quorum settings and the network resources, the network as well. So you can see we are still connected to the SQL server. We don't have any issues connecting to the SQL server. I don't have anything here right now. So this is what I wanted to show you. This is called actually high availability. Even if one server goes down, you can see the N2 is down, but still the SQL services are up and running. We don't have any problems for the applications. All the users are back online. In fact, they are always online. Maybe they will get a fraction, milliseconds, or even seconds of downtime, but they'll not even experience that, right? So this is how cluster serves the purpose of high availability. Even if one of the server goes down, the other server takes out the services back and the services keeps running. So yep, okay, so this server is coming back online. So either way, we don't have any problem here. The services is up and the SQL services are running. You can see the state of, okay, so we have one activity now. It is saying was removed from the active failover cluster, though, and two, the cluster service on this node may have stopped or whatever. Okay, so yeah, this is what we wanted to have, one event, right? Because anyway this N2 was down. You can see in the status of node here. Okay, yeah, I think this is already up now. Oh yeah, this is already up. So now the cluster is able to ping that server. So anyway, this is what I wanted to show you. Hope this would be very helpful. Thanks guys. Please let me know if you feel this really helpful, and for any suggestions. Thanks guys.